This conference will now be recorded.
So hope you people have been received a document in the WhatsApp group. So please check once. So I just want to know that how many of them have been logged in over here in the mobile. So can you put a chat message that M? So type it as M. So the people who have been logged in the mobile, type it as M in the chat. That's nice. Okay. Thank you for the responses. So how many of them have logged in through the laptop? Please type it as LT. Good. Very nice. That's nice. Okay. So I request the people who have been logged in through the laptop, please download it and keep on doing it together, so that if you find any difficulty to understand, then and there itself we can be able to solve it. Okay. So we shall start with the session. So can anyone recall it? What are the things we have been discussed yesterday? So they can unmute themselves and they can tell me. So either multiple people can also involve in this. So one by one can recall the topic what we have been done in the yesterday's class.
We learned about sum, subtraction,
Okay.
average, and product.
Okay. So we have learned about the basic Excel functions and formulas usage by implementing on sum, subtraction, average, and sum product. Right. So thank you, Tulsi. So today we are going to continue with the furthermore activities on the basic Excel as well as on the advanced Excel features. So let me share my screen. So please confirm that whether my screen is visible to everyone. So hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
So once you confirm, I'll start with the session. Yeah. So now the next concept. So after seeing with certain cla- calculations, so let us see that how we can be able to arrange our data in our required format. Okay. So here, here we can be able to see that there is a list of data over here. So the columnar data where it is talking about the month and the amount. So do you want to arrange this data? So the concept of sorting means it is arranging. So when you want to arrange the data, in what way do you want to arrange it? So commonly we have two types of arrangement. One is ascending order and descending order. So ascending means from the smaller to the bigger, or from the start to end of alphabet, or the descending order, that is from the last to the first, so from the higher to lower, right? So if I'm going to keep this data, so as of now the data it is in a different format. So if I want to arrange this in my required format, that is I have to choose the whole data. So do anyone remember what is the shortcut key we are going to use it for uh, selecting the cells? What are the keyboard
E.
shortcut keys? Yeah,
Sir, Alt E.
keyboard. Can you repeat it? I didn't hear you.
Alt E.
Alt T. So I didn't hear you. Can you repeat it once again?
Yes, sir. Alt and equal to.
Alt and equal to. Alt and equal to, it is for calculating the sum. That is a auto sum shortcut key. Here I am asking you to select the cells. So commonly we use it the shortcut key, that is a shift. You should hold the shift key, and on which side do you want to select it. So if I want to select it on the right hand side, I have to hold the shift key and I should use the right arrow key. If I want to keep it for downside, then I have to use the shift and down arrow key. So this is a shortcut key which we are going to use it to select the cells. So by using the shift and arrow keys, it will help you to select it one by one cell value. Okay. But in case the selecting cells, whatever you want to select it, so if those cells are already filled with some data, okay, so you can be able to apply. For example, the cell which I have selected now, it is empty. Okay, so I'll take you to the cell which is selected, which is containing some data. So now if I want to select it, the cell which is empty, I'm going to use it shift and arrow key. So like this, one by one, I can be able to select it. But in the case of the data which you want to select it, if it is containing, already it is having some information in those cells, in such instances, you can be able to use another type of shortcut key, that is control shift down arrow key, that is till the end of the data table, it will be selected automatically. Okay, so I'll repeat it. Shift and arrow key should be used to select it one by one, and that too when you have a cells. Some cells it might be having some data, some cells it may be empty. If in case of in between of selection of data, if there is any empty cell, then you are supposed to use shift and arrow keys only. Suppose if you are going to have a data which has to be selected, that whole table, if it is filled with some information in every cell, in such instances I can be able to use it. The direct shortcut key is control shift and the arrow key. Either it is on the downward side or on the right hand side. Okay. So I can be able to use this control shift and right arrow key. It will select the cells only which is filled up with some information. Hope you people have understood. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Or should I repeat it? Is there anyone who has not understood with? Okay, so shift and arrow key to select one by one, control shift and arrow key to select the whole data which is filled up with that cells. Okay, so now I have selected this. So now if I want to keep this, the data, okay, so let me select it, the data. If I want to keep this data, okay, in a ascending and descending order, So I have to go here. You can be able to see sort and filter option on the top in the editing ribbon. So here, if you click on this arrow key, you have a sorting method. So do you want to keep it in the A to Z, that is ascending order, or Z to A, it's a descending order. You can be able to see the values also will get changed. Okay. So with that cells, whatever the value has been applied, the same values are going to be shown over there. So this is in case of arranging your data in a ascending order or a descending order. Okay, this is a simple way. Suppose if the same data, if I want to keep it in the order wise, that is sequence wise. So I want it in January, February, March. So in this sequence wise, if I want to arrange this data, that means I have to customize it my data in my particular way it has to show. Okay. So in such instances, we can use by selecting the data. Always for sorting, you have to select the whole table data so that you can be able to make the arrangements of data in your required format. So I have to go here, sort and filter. Here we have an option called custom sort. So you can be able to get it in this list as custom sort. Click on this. So you have a data over here. So the column B, the data what it is selected. So this is selected with column B. So I want the values to be changed in the column B list so that automatically whatever the values are there for this particular column B, even that also will get changed because we have selected that column also. Okay, so now the changes it has to happen in the column B. You can see here it is a column number B. Now I don't want to arrange it in the ascending or descending. I want it in the custom list. So when I click on custom list, I have a list of options. So certain times the options what you are looking it might be not there. So in that cases you are supposed to write it over here. So in which format do you want it? You can be able to write it over here and you can be able to click on add. I'll show it now. So let me show you. This one is by defaultly available with what format I wanted. So I clicked on it and it is listing out. So this is what the format it is already be listed. So now if I click on OK and click on OK over here, so you can be able to see the data is being changed as per the instruction what I have been given, that it has to show
So,
with
what do you do for cell values?
in the cell values. Let it be as a cell values only. I'll repeat it once
Okay,
again.
okay, sir.
See, I have selected this. I'll go over here and I'll select it as custom sorting. You can see the column is selected as column B. Sort on, let it be as a cell values only. Okay. Then here I am supposed to select with custom list, and here I have to select it with the format what I wanted and click on OK. Again click on OK. Based on the instruction I have given, it has to display it. So have you tried and have you got this answer, ma?
So, we're trying.
It's working.
Sir, could you please show the screen again?
Yeah. So are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Is that understood with this?
Sir, could you repeat the function, please, for ascending to descending?
Yeah, see,
Sort.
first and foremost thing is you have to select the cells. Okay, I'll keep it in the previous format only. So this was the format which was there. So first I selected all the cells which has to be affected with the sorting. Okay, I've selected till here. Now I'll go over here in the filter, sort and filter option. In this I have a custom sorting option, and here I'm supposed to select it that column which has to be applied with my condition. So what I wanted, that I have to apply it. So that column name I'm supposed to select it. See, the selected cells are column B and column C. Can you observe over here? So if you observe my cursor, you can be able to see it. So the selected cells are these two. In this, I want the effect of my condition to the column B. Okay. Then here the cell values. So you have to select it as cell values. Let it be by default as cell values. Let it be the same. Now you have to go to this order, go to the custom list, and here you are supposed to choose it as January, February. So the list which you have it. So Dia, are you trying it and have you got it? I think Dia was trying it, right?
I got it.
Okay. Whether you were able to get this list of options by defaultly with the January, February, or did you type it manually?
I got the options, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So once you are going to select with all these options, then click on OK and click on OK. So it will be arranged as per your conditions. Is that understood now? Is still anyone has any doubt? Please let me know. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So now let us see with this data. So here it has been arranged as a north, east, west, south. So I want to arrange this data with east, west, north, and south. It is my own way of data. I have to arrange it. So can you people help me out how to do this?
I put in manually in the custom.
Yeah, very good. So first and foremost thing, what should I do it is, should I go
Select the data.
directly to the sort and filter option, or should I do anything before that?
Select the data.
Very good. Select the data by using Control Shift down arrow key. I selected. Then I have to go for sort and filter, custom list. So here I'm supposed to select it the column number F. Let it be as a cell values, and I have to go for custom list. So here I don't find it with east, west. Yeah. So here I don't find it with east, west, north, south. So in this case, I have to write it over here. So I have to write it east, comma, west, comma, north, comma, south. And now I have to click on add. So it has been added now. Okay. So now if you click on this, the condition what you have been given here, and click on OK after confirming the condition, it has been selected over there in the order, and click on OK. So it is going to show it with this format. Is that understood with this? Is that everyone are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, for me, when I try to go for custom, the
Uh-huh.
option does not come for sort by, and column F is not being typed in for some reason.
No, you can be able to. First, have you selected both the cells? I mean, both the column. First, you have to keep selected with all these things. Have you selected all the cells, the both the column cells,
Zone and the amount.
and then try it? Is that process is going on? Is that done, ma?
Sir, could you please show the sort and filter function again?
See here on the top right, are you able to see this option on your screen?
Yes, sir, I got that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Click on this. You have a custom sorting option over here. See,
Yes,
by
sir.
default, this seat is not going to be filled up means you can click on this drop down button.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Sir,
you
for
should be,
sort
huh,
by, we're not getting column F and column G. Instead, we're getting
uh-huh.
horizontal keys. Yeah, cells. I mean, yeah.
Have you selected in the same way? How I selected the data? So are you doing it right now in your laptop?
Go ahead while you're speaking.
Can I know what are the options do you have it over there? Okay, so I've given one more table data over here so that you can be able to try with this. I want this as to be arranged in this format. So director, senior manager, manager and associate. Okay, so this you keep it as an exercise which you have to practice. If you have understood with these two things, you can be able to do with it. So shall we move to the next option?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So the next thing is filter. So sorting means arranging. Filter means you are going to hide the data and you are going to keep visible of only that required data in that screen. Okay. So you are going to hide the not required data. So you are going to keep it only that which you wanted. So how to do this? So for this, it's not required you to select the whole data. So you have to select only the heading. So select the cells which have been, so select the cell of those headings of that data table and click on filter option. So click on filter. So the shortcut key is Control Shift L. So you will be able to see with this filter option on your selected cells. Now here it is saying that there is a condition that you have to have this data table only which is having a client name which is containing in the name of mills and private. Okay, so you have a list of data and in this you are having these words, it is containing with these words as mills, and I should be able to see the uh, also the data which is having the word of private, that is PVT. Okay, so how do I do this? So here I have multiple data with the different names. So now I can be able to go to this column in which I have this client name. So go to this. Here you have it. See, suppose in case if you are very specific that I want information only about the cells which are having this particular names. If it is repeated multiple times, it will show only that particular list of cell values which are containing that particular name. Okay, so you can select it manually also, but here I have a condition that I want to view those data which is having that particular words. I don't want the full name. I'm not going to filter it with the full name. I'm going to filter it with the particular word which is contained in that list of names. Okay. So in this case, I have to click on that filter option. And since I'm going to uh, find it, the content in the text format, that is in the word. So now I have to go to this text filters and here I'm supposed to select it option as contains. That means in that uh, sentence, it could be anywhere. Either it is a starting of the sentence or it is in mid or at the last. Okay. So you can be able to select as contents. So give that word what you are searching for. So I'm going to select it as mills. And here, am I going to select and check it out where both the word mills as well as private if you want it. So then you can be able to choose it as and you can be able to select it over here as a contains. Okay. So if I type the second word by using the and function, okay, so I'm using the client name contains mills and private. That means is there any name with both the names? It should contain that particular line sentence should contain both mills as well as private. So if you want it like that, you can apply with and function and click on OK. So here it says there is no a line item where it has both the word mills as well as private. Okay, so I have to come back to my original data. How do I come back means I have to click on this filter button and click on clear filter. So if I click on clear filter, so it will be regained with original data. Okay, so now we didn't get the answer in that way. So what I'm supposed to do it is I'm supposed to apply the filter, go to the text filters and click on contains, and here the first word it is asked as mills or. So this time I'm going to apply with or function. That means it could be either in the word of mills or as a word of private. So when I apply this and click on OK, I will be able to get only those cells which are containing the word of mills as well as the private. Okay. So this is how you are supposed to understand with and or function. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'm going to remove the filter. Now the second condition says show the data which is colored in orange. Okay. So now if you see that the color is been applied for the column named location. So I'm not going to apply this condition for all the data. I'm going to apply to only this location column data. But the whole data will be shown only which is colored with that particular color. Okay. So I have to go for location, and if it is found that there is a color available in the selected column, so then you will be able to see an option called filter by color. So you can be able to select it which color data do you want to view it. So I can select it as orange so that I can be able to get a data only which is colored in orange. Is that clear? Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So are you people are applying all these things and it is working? Please let me know. If it is not working, then and there itself. Okay. So let me clear this filter, and if I want to remove the filter, again I can go to the sort and filter option and click on filter, so that filter option will be removed from that heading line. Okay. Yes. The next. So here it is, advanced filter. So give me a 2 minutes, I'll be just be back. Thank you all for being online. So the next thing is advanced filter. So how you can be able to arrange the data, or you can be able to pick the data from the data table with a particular conditional information. So there is a data over here. So here it says that I want a data of this particular content. So out of this list of data, so the data which is having a location related to Park Plaza. So this location data related to Park Plaza and the amount which should be more than 70,000. So I have a particular conditional information which I want to pick it from here. Okay, so now let us select this data. So first and foremost thing is you are supposed to select the data by using control shift arrow key, right and down arrow key. So after selection of data, so now you go to data tab. So here you have a sort and filter ribbon. So in this you are going to select it as advanced. So under the filter you have an option as advanced filter. So here you have a two action button. So one is filter the list in the same place. That means whatever you apply the rule or the conditions you apply it, whether it has to be implemented in the same place where you have a original data. So if it is like that, you have to select the first option. Suppose if you wanted the condition to be applied, the data has to be shown separately on a separate table. In that case, I have to click on copy to another location. Okay. So now I am going to choose it as copy to another location. The next, it is asking the range. So this range, it will be selected. Okay. So the selected range only it is going to show it. That is from the A7, the first cell the selected is A7 to E262. So till then, so since I've already selected the cells, so it is going to show that path. The next, the criteria range. So click on this and remove the content. Whatever it is there in the criteria range, you remove it. So now here you are supposed to select it, the cells which is having a condition. So this is the condition. I wanted the location and the amount related to Park Plaza more than 70,000. So I am supposed to select it over here. Okay. So I am selecting the criteria range, that is what is the condition. Then the third data table is where it has to start with. So I want this conditioned information to be shown from this cell onwards. Okay. Then I have to click on OK. See, you will be able to see that data only which is related to the Park Plaza
Sir, could you
location.
repeat?
Yeah, I'll repeat it now. So just a moment. Yeah. So here I'll just remove all this data which is generated now. Yeah. Okay. So I'm keeping it very clear information over here. Yeah. So let me start it. So we are in this data table. So now first and foremost thing is, so I have to select this whole data. So can anyone tell me that what is the shortcut key we can use it to select the whole data?
Shift and arrow key.
Shift and arrow key, if I use it, it will take only one by one, Selma. Okay. So since
Control
Control
we
Shift
have,
and arrow
or
key.
down arrow key.
yes, control shift right arrow key, it will take to the last of right side, and control shift down arrow key for end of the table. Okay. So now I am supposed to select it. So in case if you are getting confused, so whether I have to select it now itself or later, you can do it later also. Okay. So now I have removed that selection. So directly I will go to data. So I'll go to the data tab. So under the filter, I have an advanced. Okay. So in this, I'm going to select it with second option, copy to another location. So let me take you to all these places with an empty content so that you will not get an confusion. Okay. So now the first thing is list range. See, I went to the data tab and I went to the filter, advanced filter, and here I have selected with the second option, that is copy to another location. So in the list range, I have to click and I have to choose it from where I am supposed to start with data. So I have selected the first cell, it is a A7. So now you can use control shift arrow key right hand side and downward. See, now it is selected data. Okay. So the advanced filter is applied on this data in the list range. In the second one, it is asking criteria range. So in the criteria range, I am supposed to select that particular cells which I have to apply with the condition. So the condition is I have to get it only the location of Park Plaza and I have to get the amount which is more than 70,000. Okay. So I have applied the criteria. Is that clear? So I am going to apply this criteria range. Okay. So now the copy to. So is the place from where the data it has to be started. So this is only one cell. Here you are not going to select the table. It is from where you are starting the copied data. That is the conditioned data it has to be started from. And click on OK. So it is going to fill up the data where this conditions is applied. See, in the location you can be able to see the data which is having only the Park Plaza, and even here also the amount is there which is not lesser than 70,000. Is that clear? Is that everyone are clear, or still anyone is finding difficulty in understanding this?
So for copy too, you just put in the cells where we need it to be copied, right?
From where it has to start, from where the copied data should start. That is the first cell you are going to select it. Is that clear, ma? Is that understood?
Sir, I'm trying that out yet right now.
Yeah, please do. So can I know the person who is trying now whatever we are doing it? So who is trying now on live?
Sir, I am.
Okay, Dia, Elna, Shalini. Good. Okay. Dia, is it possible to you to share the screen? I'll give the access to you so that I can be able to
Yes, sir.
help you out. Yeah.
Yes, sir,
So
sure.
just a moment. So I'll unshare my screen. Then yeah, yeah. So I have given the permission to you, Dia. So can you see there the share screen option? And can you share the screen at the bottom of the screen? Good. Yeah. So can you just open that Excel sheet where you're trying? So where you been able? No, I don't think so. It is not coming over there. It is showing Kolkata, Gurgaon, everything it is showing. Right? There, can you reshare the screen? Yeah. So can you just remove all those data what you have been now you brought it? You use Control Shift and right arrow, Control Shift down arrow. So can you go to the home button, home tab? No, 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 no. You are
I can't
minimizing it.
hear you that clearly. You're lagging.
How is it? So go to that Excel
I can't hear
sheet.
you. You're lagging.
Go to the Excel sheet. Go to the home tab. There you have an option as clear. next to the sort and filter, below the auto sum, the last option. Yeah, click. So click on clear there. No, 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 no. Yeah, clear all. Yeah. Okay. So now you just go with my instruction. So let the cursor be there only. Okay. So directly now go to the data tab. Go to the data tab. Don't select. No need to select. No need to select. Go to the data tab directly. Go to the advanced. Select the second option of action, that is copy to another location. Now you remove all the content what you have it in all those three lines. Okay, now you come to the first one, list of range. So now you select the original data, the first cell, client name, and press Ctrl Shift right, Ctrl Shift down. So now the whole table is selected in the list range. Now you go to the criteria range. Okay, so now you press Control Home button in your keyboard so that you will be there on the top screen, or you use the scroller on the right hand side and come on the up to the top of the screen in the Excel sheet. Yeah. So now in the criteria range, you go to that particular case number 1 condition. Just above where it is written as location Park Plaza, amount more than 70,000. The question where it is written. You select that 4 cells, right? So the condition is selected. Now go to the copy to. Now you select the cell from where it has to start the answer. Yes. So now click on OK. Okay. So are you getting the location? Only the Park Plaza. Is that understood? Good. So I'll take back the right which have been provided. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So welcome. So if anyone tries like this, I can be able to help you out. So now suppose if I apply the same condition, sorry, the same formula or the same feature on the case number 2. So how it will be, I'll repeat it once again. So let me go to the data tab, then go to the advanced filter option, then select with the copy to another location. So I'm going to remove this data in all the location. So now in the list range, I'm going to give it from the client name, Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow, then It is selected with the whole table data. The criteria range. So I am going to apply this rule. So I wanted the data in this way. I want the city which is having a Kolkata and the location related to Park Plaza, Gurgaon, Shantiniketan. Then copy to, I will give it the first cell value and click on OK. So I will be able to get the data only related to the city of Kolkata and Gurgaon, and in the Kolkata, which is having the area called Park Plaza. In Gurgaon, Shantiniketan. Okay. So like this, I can be able to apply the rule. Fine. So I have also given the third case type. So you can try with that filter. Hope everyone have understood. Is that clear? Is that everyone are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So the next we are going for the special filter. So till now we were being able to fetch the data from the original data to other location. So it was in the particular whatever the conditions were there. So we were fetching that information based on the condition. So in an empty space. So here the situation is it is like a fill up the blanks. So there are certain values it has been filled up in between the table, and we have to fill up this data from this particular original data. Okay, so this has to be filled up with the details what it is missing over here. Okay, so how to do this? So for this we are supposed to select the table, so which has to be filled up. Okay, so go over here and select the cells till the end of the table. Select the cells till the end of the table. Now, and do not select the cells which is already filled up. See, there are 3 column data. One is supplier number, supplier name, and transaction amount. Transaction amount is filled in all the cells in the table, but the supplier number and the supplier name is having a missing content. So you have to choose the table, you have to select the table only which is missing information. Okay, so once after selecting this, you have to press Ctrl G. So press Ctrl G, so it will take you to the go to. Here you are supposed to select it the special option, so in which you have to identify those cells which are blank. So for that reason I'm going to select it as blanks and click on OK. So you can observe that it is going to select only those cells. The cells has been selected only on those cells which is blank. Okay, Control G, special and blank. So now we have to give the information that in this cell we have to feed up the information on the other table, that is in the original table. So from this cell onwards it has to be filled up. Okay, so now I have selected the first cell value. So now you should not press enter, instead that you should press Control Enter. So when you press Control Enter, it is going to fill up the data which was missing. Is that clear? Is that understood with
Yes, sir.
this?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. So I have also given the instruction over there itself. So you can apply that instructions. If you find it any difficulty in understanding, you can be able to get to know. So I'll just take it over here. So select the both the columns, blank or missing columns. Then press Ctrl G. Click on special and click on blanks and OK. Then type equals, then select the cell number from original data. Then press Control Enter. Okay. So this information I'll share it once again. I'll share the data file so you can be able to cross check with this. Okay. So now there's a kind of arrangement of your cell values in a proper cases. Okay, so this is a very simple thing. So you can be able to arrange your uh, you can you can format it, you can keep in a proper format of your text information. So here you can see that this text, it is full with a uppercase, that is in capital letters. So how to bring it in a proper case, that is proper case in the sense the first letter of the word will be capital and rest will remain in the small. Okay, so that we call it as a proper case. So for this I'll apply the proper function and select the cell which has to get applied, close the bracket, enter, so that it is going to be shown in that particular format. Okay, so suppose if I take this, everything it is in the small letters. Suppose if I want to keep it in the uppercase, so I can use it UPPR upper and select the cell which has to be applied with this function so that it is going to show with only in the capital letters. And this one, it is in the proper case. I want everything in the small letters. So in this case I am going to use it equals to lowercase and select the cell and close the bracket, enter, so that it is going to show everything in the small letters. Okay, so this is a simple way of keeping your text in a proper format or in your desired format. Okay, next, trim. So trim means it is going to remove the unnecessary spaces in between. Say for example, so I have a lot of space in between these two words. So I can be able to use the trim function, and I can be able to bring up the unnecessary spaces, the gap. I can remove it and I can keep it my content in a proper format. Okay. The next thing is transpose. So transpose means you are going to have a vice versa of a data. So now you can be able to see this, the data which is in columnar wise, I want it in the row wise. Okay, so it is there with the vertical type, I want it in horizontal. So you have to select the whole data, control shift arrow keys, copy this. The shortcut key to copy is control C or right click copy, also you can do it. So now you can be able to paste this. So by using control alt V, the shortcut key is control alt V, and here you have an option called transpose and click on OK. See, the data which was there in the vertical style, it is going to be represented in horizontal, or the columnar data will be converted into horizontal data type. Is that clear? So otherwise there is one more option, the same thing, which is copied data. Instead of, if you have forgotten with the shortcut key control alt V, generally we use it control V, so it will be copying the same format and it will paste it in the same format. So in case if you forget with your shortcut key control alt V, you can right click from that particular cell from where you want it, and you have an options here with the paste options. Okay, so here you can be able to find it. There is a type, paste type as transpose, or you may get it in certain time, you may get it option only with normal, and the same thing I can be able to find it through paste special option. So I can go to the paste special option, and here I can be able to select it over here, transpose, or I can go to the paste special option again. You'll get the same options, and here you can choose it as transpose and click on OK if you have forgotten with control alt V option. Okay, so this is how you can be able to change your data format. So the next one is count. So here we are going to apply a function as count. So let me see, I want to keep it a calculation with this data table. So I'll apply it and I will explain you how it has got that answers. So I'll apply this count and I will select this particular column. So I'll take it till this. Okay. So and I'll apply this. So it is giving as 5. I'll tell you how it is 5. I'll go with the next one. Count A. I'll select the same data and I'll close it. So here it gives a 8. Then I am going to select another count, which is count blank. Apply for the same data. Okay. So why it is showing as count as 5? So here it is, if you are going to apply the function of count, so it will take into consideration of only those cells which is having a number. So count means it is going to consider the values which is having it, the cells which is having the values in the numbers. Count A means all except blank. So either it could be numbers or it could be text or it could be symbol also, anything. So it is going to consideration. It is going to consider all the cells which are filled. So count A is all the cells which are filled with any type of data it could be. Then count blank is only those cells which are being kept in blank. Okay. So suppose if I remove this, you can see that it is going to get changed. Okay. So like this, you can be able to apply the count function. Is that clear, everyone? Till here, whatever we have discussed. So we have discussed about the sorting, filtering, advanced filter, special filter, upper, lower, trim, transpose, and count. Is that everyone are clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So we'll meet in the next session with the advanced level of Excel functions, that is referencing, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, which is very much important as a any person who is doing with a graduation. Okay. So thank you all. Have a wonderful time.